Hello and welcome to road.cc. For this week's feature, we're talking about bike boxes because summer's coming and that means you're going to want to get out to France, Italy, Spain and tackle the climbs that you see the pros riding on TV. And we're guessing that if you're going to do so, you're going to want to take your bike on a flight, and in turn that means you need a bike box. Now you could just use a cardboard one that you can get from your local bike shop, but with it being cardboard, it's not exactly the most stable. So we're going to take you through 6 of the best bike boxes on the market, because we've heard plenty of horror stories of people arriving at the airport and finding their bike broken beyond repair. I mean, it even happens to the pros. So without further ado, here are 6 of the best bike boxes on the market. The Buxum Box Tourmalet is a strong aluminium bike case for carrying your bike safely when you fly, and it's very easy to pack. The Tourmalet is made of 0.5mm thick aluminium sheets with thicker aluminium used for the edges and corner caps to provide extra strength. The walls are thin enough to flex slightly when you push on them, and they will dent and scratch if you, or more likely baggage handlers, aren't careful. Still, you might think those wall wounds add to the character. As it is, the overall look is very industrial. The lid and base are separable. You open the catches and lift the top half completely off. Packing the bike inside is easy, even if you're not mechanically gifted. You remove both wheels, the pedals and the seat post, and you take the handlebar out of the stem. The box runs smoothly on sealed bearing wheels, the mounting points of which are recessed so they're unlikely to get knocked off in transit. And at 13.3 kilograms, the Tourmalet is a bit weightier than most of the other bike boxes out there, but it is a super strong option. The Bonza Bike Box is a mid-priced option that's easy to pack, simple to move around, and most important of all, is tough enough to keep your bike safe when you fly. Getting your bike packed inside is relatively straightforward. You whip the wheels off, remove the pedals, take the handlebar out of the stem, and probably take the seat post out of the frame, depending on the size. You deflate your tyres and fasten the wheels to one side of the box using the skewers provided, and attach your frame to the other side of the box using whichever of the numerous hook and loop straps are best positioned. You can strap your seat post in too, so that it doesn't move too much in transit. A simple foam sheet stops your frame and wheels rubbing together when you close the box. You get support struts that you can fix to the skewers, which act as columns between the two sides of the box to provide extra strength. The bottom line is that it's easy to pack your bike securely, and that you'll find that there's plenty of extra space in there for other stuff. You fasten it all inside with good quality catches. Moving the Bonza Bike Box about is easy thanks to the caster style wheels that don't extend much beyond the bottom of the box, so like the catches, they're unlikely to get knocked off by clumsy baggage handlers. You get a couple of handholds at the top of the box, but carrying it more than a few yards, on and off the airport bus for example, is awkward. A shoulder strap there would help a lot. Looking at the build quality and the parts used, we reckon this is a very good mid-priced option. The Velovolt is a well-designed bike box that's strong enough to cope with the rigours of international travel. Bike Box Online, who designed the Velovolt, offers it either for sale or for hire if you don't need the box that often. Velovolt is manufactured and assembled in the UK. It's a 2-piece hard plastic shell with a full-length piano hinge at the base, and it rolls on 4 sturdy casters, 2 fixed and 2 floating. Inside, there's room for pretty much any bike, even a large 29er mountain bike. Wheeling the box about once it's loaded is fairly easy. The wheels are good, but the handle isn't the most comfortable. It would be handy if the box came with a strap for pulling it along. The Evoc Bike Travel Bag Pro is lightweight, packs down well and protects your bike while travelling by plane, train or automobile. Soft cases like this one offer less protection than hard cases, but are also lighter, cheaper and can be packed down to a degree once the bike is removed. The Evoc Bike Travel Bag Pro is easily assembled with 4 PVC tubes that reinforce the wheel pockets and 4 fiberglass sticks that strengthen each end of the case. Inside are a number of Velcro and clip fittings that wrap around your bike to secure it inside the case. The case fits road and mountain bikes with only the wheels, pedals and handlebar needing to be removed. There's a comprehensive yet simple illustrated step-by-step instruction manual. The packing process isn't hard, but the brake and shifter cables have to be carefully managed to avoid stressing any joints or creating kinks, especially if your bike has hydraulic disc brakes. The Evoc Bike Travel Bag Pro does an admirable job of protecting your bike. It's lightweight compared with hard shell options, means you can avoid excess baggage fees on a quick trip to the Alps. The Scicon AeroComfort 2 Bike Bag. The Scicon AeroComfort 2.0 bike bag makes packing a breeze and travel stress-free. The bag is sufficiently large that, as well as your bike and its wheels, you're able to add a few other items in the floor space to bulk it up. Although, at 9 kilograms plus the weight of the bike, you may be getting close to your airline's luggage weight limit. Putting the bike in the case is straightforward enough. After a few goes, you'll be able to do it in about 5 minutes. You simply remove each wheel and attach the frame and the fork to the quick releases inside the bag, effectively bolting them to the base, and then cover the rear mech with its big guard. Then remove the wheel quick releases and put them inside their own little pocket. Put the wheel in their internal sleeves, foam on the handlebars and chainstays, and then secure it all tightly with 4 internal straps. Other than the wheels, there's no need to undo anything else. As long as the straps of the bike are tight, it will stay put. It's a really safely secured and fastened down with 5 separate points of contact, and the whole case is kept tightly closed by an internal strap between the wheel slots. The AeroComfort 2.0 comes with a TSA approved lock, means security staff can unlock and relock it again without breaking anything. The casters make travel relatively easy, though if the ground is rough or bitty, then there can be issues. If you're a frequent traveller, then the ease of use will be welcome. The Bike Guard Curv is a high-end flight case that gives excellent protection. A little over 8 kilograms, it's light for a hard case. In our travels, our bikes arrived unscathed, but the lack of bracing could make it vulnerable if a lot of weight is stacked on top of the case. This case is at the top of the B and W range, made using a material called Curv that looks a bit like carbon fibre, but is more flexible. The case comes in 2 halves, and there's no hinge holding them together. Instead, sections of the case edges slot alternately inside and outside one another around the circumference. It's a bit fiddly the first time you do it, but after that it only takes around a minute. Fitting a large road bike inside is pretty easy, and wide straps go around the outside of the case with high quality metal buckles for closing it up. There's no internal bracing between the sides of the case. The idea is that the case has enough structural integrity itself to protect its contents. We reckon that some bracing would help take off the load if the case finds itself at the bottom of a stack. Manhandling the case is mostly an absolute pleasure because it's unusually light and runs on well-chosen wheels. There's a pair of casters at the front and a much larger diameter pair of inline skate wheels at the rear. Crossing uneven or loose surfaces is much easier than with small full casters, as you can just lift up the front and roll on the rear wheels only. So there are 6 of the best boxes for transporting your bike. Now there should be nothing stopping you from getting onto the continent and tackling those famous climbs. If you haven't already, then subscribe, as it's the easiest way to get all our latest videos. Also, give us a thumbs up to make YouTube like us, and as always, leave your comments below. Stay tuned to road.cc for more videos like this every week, and we'll see you next time.